Shalom and welcome to Genesis chapter 12 and Genesis chapter 13. In chapter 12, we have 20 verses to look at. So starting in verse 2, we see that this is Jehovah speaking to Abram. He said, I will bless you and magnify your name, and you shall be blessed. You're going to be blessed, past tense. What does it say in the MT? It says, I will bless you and make your name great, and you shall be a blessing. Completely different things altogether. It's not the same meaning. To be a blessing means you're a blessing to others, but to be blessed means you've been blessed by Jehovah himself. If you look at the next verse, it just says here, I'll bless those that bless you and curse those that curse you. And in you shall all the tribes be blessed, tribes of the earth. So yeah, you will be a blessing, but this is how in you shall all the tribes of the earth be blessed. So you'll be blessed and everyone will be blessed by you. But here it focuses more on him being a blessing, not that he'll be blessed. So anyway, I think that's an interesting thing to note there, that you will be blessed, not you'll be a blessing. It says you will be blessed. In Jasher 13, verse 23, you can't see it, but I'm going to read it to you. Let me just pause it for a moment while I get there. So in Jasher 13, verse 23, it says, Go forth from your land, from your birthplace and from your father's house, to the land which I have shown you, to give it to you and to your children. For there in thy land will I bless you and make you a great nation and make your name great. So pretty much a repetition of what I just read. And in you shall the families of the earth be blessed. So notice that it words it differently even there. But it's pretty much reiteration of 2 and 3, verse 2 and 3 in chapter 12. Moving on, verse 6, to the high oak. In the Septuagint and the MT, it says, to the plains of Moreh. So two different places. Verse 9, he encamped in the wilderness. This is what Abram did. In the MT, it says, he journeyed going on still toward the south. So it doesn't say he camped, he kept going. Those are two different things. Two different books, basically. Verse 14, it came to pass, they saw his wife, Sarai, was very beautiful. It was the Mizraim, the Egyptians. And says, behold, the woman she was very fair. So in case there's a misunderstanding of what this word means, because we don't use this, most people don't say, oh, you're very fair. Fair is a word that means beautiful, essentially. So in case you misunderstood, she was very beautiful. Not fair like, firm or fair in terms of rules, but beautiful looking. That's what it meant. Verse 19, I took her for a wife to myself, right here. Pharaoh, I took her for a wife to myself. He already took her for a wife to himself. Verses in the Masoretic, I might have taken her to me to wife. So two different things. He already did. It's already past tense. He took her to his room and was going to do sexual things, intimate things. But here it says, I might have taken her. But actually the book of Jasher says that he was already going to touch her and everything, but wasn't able to. The angel was slapping his hands and slapping him and putting plagues upon him and his household. So why would they be cursed if he might have done something? Why would he get punished for something he did not do yet? But we know that he did try something, but was not successful because of the angel, according to the book of Jasher. It says here, your wife is before you, right here, second half of the verse. Take her and quickly go away. So go away and quickly. What does it say here? It says here, behold your wife, take her and go your way. It's like, okay, we almost did something wrong, but it's okay, go away. But no, he's telling her, Pharaoh's telling Abram, rather, You've had all these curses because of you and your wife. Take her and go quickly away. Just get out of here. Verse 20 says here that Pharaoh gave charge to men. He gave it a commandment to men concerning Abram to join in sending him forward, and his wife and all that he had. So what does that mean? Just join in and gang up on them and kick them out? No, it means more than that. We're going to find out in a little bit. But it says here in the MT, commanded his men concerning him, and they sent him away. So those are two different things altogether. Let me just pause this. Okay, so let's explain what happened here. What we're going to see in the book of Jasher is something very interesting. I'm going to explain it to you right after I read it. So this is Jasher verses chapter 15, verses 30 to 33. And we read here, this is Pharaoh talking to Abram. Now therefore, here is your wife. Take her and go from our land, lest we all die on her account. And Pharaoh took more cattle, men servants and maidservants, and silver and gold, to give to Abram, and he returned unto him Sarai his wife. So notice the slaves given to him, or servants. And the king took a maiden whom he begat by his concubine. So this is pretty much the daughter of Pharaoh. And he gave her, this daughter of Pharaoh, to Sarai for a handmaid. And the king said to his daughter, it is better for you, my daughter, to be a handmaid in this man's house than to be mistress in my house. After we have beheld the evil, or the calamity, that befell us on account of this woman. And Abram arose, and he and all belonging to him went away from Egypt. And this is what we read in verse 20 about Pharaoh giving a charge to men to join him. It says here, Pharaoh ordered some of his men to accompany him and all that went with him. Who are these men, and why would he accompany him? Well, these are different than the servants, obviously. These are more likely armed men. So this, I submit to you, this is the army of 300 armed men that Abram used to take back Lot when he was kidnapped. So these were men given to him by Pharaoh, whereas the Masoretic text just says they went away. But no, in the Septuagint, it backs up this and says, join him as he's being sent forward. You go with him, basically accompany them. And who is this woman as well? Who is this young lady? It says here in Jasher, a maiden whom he begat by his concubines, and he gave her to Sarah for a handmaid. Well, who's the handmaid of Sarah? Her name is Hagar. That's who. Hagar's the Egyptian. That's the daughter of Pharaoh. A lot of people don't put two and two together, but if you read the book of Jasher, it fills in all the blanks. So that's very interesting. You know what? Maybe I'll stop there. It's a lot for today. We'll do 13 tomorrow, but I think it's a lot to dwell on. So let's do chapter 13 tomorrow. And I just thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. Thank you for keeping an open mind. Today I didn't use video. It's quite hot today, and I thought, everyone knows what I look like anyway. It's not an important thing to see me. It's more important to understand and to follow along with the scriptures. So may Jehovah bless you. May he make your way prosperous. May he give you the heart to love him with all your mind, all your strength, all your soul, to love your fellow man and woman as you love yourself, but even more so to love each other as Yahushua loved us, which is, we know he put his own life on his own accord. He laid it down and gave his life for us. And so let us continue in righteousness and abandon our sins. In the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, I pray this. And I thank you. Until next time, Genesis 13 will be tomorrow.